Great morning, great afternoon, great evening, depending on the time you are joining us today. Welcome back to our online class again. We are here again. Today we're looking at the multiplication of decimal fraction by 10 and hundreds. This interested class is still with Mr. Michael, your all-time mathematics teacher. You can see the clock there, knows that there's no time. So let us open our eyes, open our ears, our minds, our brain, so we can absorb all that is being said to us in this class. But note it that when you are multiplying, or when we are multiplying 10 by decimal points, the decimal point, moves one place to the right. It's only during division. When we did division, we talked about this. When you are dividing decimal by 10 or 100 or 1000, depending on the number of zeros that the digit the number carries. If it's 10, decimal point moves one place to the left. But in this one, we are multiplying decimal. That means we are increasing the value of the numbers. So the decimal point moves to the right. If you are multiplying by 10, the decimal point will move one time to the right because of only one zero. If it's by 100, it moves twice because of two zeros. If it's by 1000, it moves thrice because of the three zeros. Now let's see what's here. This 1.57 multiplied by 10. You can use direct multiplication method. The multiplication here, we call it the column method. We know that 0 times any number multiplied by 7, is 0, is 0. 0 multiply 1.57, all of them are zeros. Then any number multiplied by 1 is that number. 1.57 multiplied by 1 give us 1.57. Fine. Now when we add this, the value after the first multiplication, multiply the first digit by all the numbers on top, multiply the second digit by all the numbers on top. So we add them. 0 plus nothing is 0. 0 plus 7 is 7, your decimal point. 0 plus 5 is 5, you bring down 1. Our answer is 15.7. If you like, you can ignore the decimal point as we did earlier, multiplying 157 by 10. Then it will give us 1570. Then you bring your decimal point, because we say decimal point moves one place to the right. Instead of decimal point to remain after the first digit, the decimal point will move to the second digit, up to after the second digit. That is why instead of 1.57, we have 15.7. Now, method 2, ignoring the decimal point. Just like I said earlier, 1.57 times 10, remove the decimal point entirely, pretend as if it wasn't there, and multiply it. 157 times 10, 0 times 7, 0, 0 times 5, 0, 0 times 1, 0, 1 times 7, 7, 1 times 5, 5, 1 times 1 is 1. Then you do your addition. You do your addition of bring down the numbers, bring down the zeros, the 7, the 5, and the 1. Then where the decimal point was, move it one place to the right. As simple as it is. Then method 3, we can use the repeated addition as we did earlier. 1.57 into 10 places. You will add all of them. 7 into 10 is 70. Write 0, carry 7. 5 into 10, you give it value, add the 7 to it, is 57. Write down is 50. 5 into 10 is 50 plus the 7 there is 57. Write down the 7, take 5 across decimal point. Add all the 1. The 1 will give you 10 plus 5, 15. That's the fact that is down there. You can use repeated addition, you can use ignoring decimal point, or you can use direct multiplication method, as the case may be. So let's multiply decimals by 100. Like I said earlier, whenever you are multiplying a decimal by 100, the decimal point moves two places to the right. First of all, let's start by the method that says ignore the decimal point. You will say 157 times 100. 0 times all the numbers on top. 157 times 0 is 0. 157 multiplied by 0 again is still 0. 157 multiplied by 1 is 157. Bring down your zeros. Bring down your 7, bring down your 5, bring down your 1. Now, the decimal point was one place after the unit, the unit number was a decimal point. Now you move it 2 times to the right. That means it will fly through 5, fly through 7. Behind the 7 is where the decimal point will be. Then you add your 2 zeros. Instead of 1.57, it becomes 157. That is all. As simple as anything. Without doing the calculation of multiplication, you can know that, okay, since I'm multiplying by 100, let me just do it directly and just move the decimal point. I have my answer. Instead of me to say this 0 times this, 0 times that, 0 times this. Just understanding that when you're multiplying by 100, decimal point moves 2 times. As it is now, that 1.57, just get a decimal point, place it behind the 7. You've gotten your answer already. That is all. So multiplication is not something of fractions by 100 or tens. Is not an issue that will make someone believe I am doing hard work. So very interesting, and I believe we all enjoy this. Before we go our way, remember, when you are multiplying decimal by 10, because only 1 0, the decimal point move one place to the right. So if you were given 1.57, the answer will become 15.7 because the decimal point moved from 1 to in front of 5. Now, as we multiply it by 100, the decimal point moved from in front of 1 straight to behind 7. So, even without calculation or addition, just move your decimal point straight. Your answer is there for you. I know we all enjoy this class. We understand it. Ask your questions. If you have any questions, jot it down, write it in your book when you come to school. Ask as many questions as you feel like. Mr. Michael is here to answer all the questions. Just stay safe, be good to yourself, take care of yourself, and remember, only you can make yourself happy. Whatever anyone have done to you, forget about it. Let bygone be bygone. Only you knows what makes you happy. That is why only you can make yourself happy. Stay safe, enjoy your time. My name is Mr. Michael. Have a wonderful time.